Good morning America, today the 3rd of February 2026 news. India's financial markets jumped sharply after a trade deal with the United States cut U.S. tariffs on Indian goods to 18% from around 50%, lifting a major overhang on stocks, bonds and the rupee. India's Nifty 50 surged nearly 5%, the rupee strengthened about 1%, and 10-year bond yields fell. China's independent refiner Chambord Petrochemical has purchased a Canadian crude cargo for May delivery, traders said, as Venezuelan oil supplies to China decline. Chambord, a regular buyer of Venezuelan crude, has occasionally sourced Canadian barrels via the Trans Mountain Pipeline. Taiwan should deepen trade and economic ties with fellow democracies rather than China, President Lai Ching-te said, outlining plans for closer cooperation with the United States in artificial intelligence and critical minerals after recent high-level talks highlighting Taipei as a key partner. U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said she attended last week's FBI raid on an election facility in Georgia at President Trump's request, telling lawmakers she was there briefly and that her presence during the search warrant execution fell within her legal authority. The Indian rupee is expected to jump at Tuesday's open, buoyed by optimism that a U.S.-India trade deal will attract foreign investment and ease hedging-related pressure. One-month non-deliverable forwards point to an opening around 90.15 to 90.25 per dollar versus Monday's 91.5125 close. Indian stocks and the rupee are poised for strong gains after a trade agreement cutting U.S. tariffs on Indian goods to 18% from 50%, with India pledging to curb Russian oil purchases and reduce trade barriers, boosting investor confidence and capital inflows. Gold and silver rebounded over 2% Tuesday after a sharp sell-off sparked by Kevin Warsh's Fed chair nomination and higher CME margin requirements, with spot gold rising to $4,767.33 an ounce after Monday's near one-month low. U.S. President Donald Trump announced Monday that his administration is pursuing $1 billion in damages from Harvard University. Ryan O'Reilly and Steve Stamkos each scored twice as the Nashville Predators overcame a 5-1 deficit to beat the St. Louis Blues 6-5 Monday night. Philip Forsberg contributed a goal and assist, Michael McCarron scored, while Roman Josi and Luke Evangelista provided multiple assists. Jaren Jackson Jr. scored 30 points, Ty Jerome added 19 with 8 assists, and Jalen Wells contributed 18 as the Memphis Grizzlies defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 137-128 Monday night, ending a 6-game losing streak. Key contributions also came from Vince Williams Jr., Cam Spencer, Cedric Coward, and G.G. Jackson.